Every day I wake feel like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, pick the beats on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family, freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day I wake feel like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, pick the beats on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family, freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day on the line. Every day.
What's up, squares everywhere? I'm JJ Fomby, and that's Junior for On the Line Podcast Show. What's the deal, big dog?
You tell me, man. Shit. I'm out and about. What's going on?
Man, perpetrating as a square, man. Faking, trying to make
yeah, you're doing a good job, too, man. You're doing a good job. What's up, world? What's going on out there, peeps? Yeah. What's happening with it? Yep. It's us again. Yep. And as you see, at the bottom right there, these are all the places that you can find us. You know, we tell you all the time, every time we own, you know, hit the like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. You know, I'm sure you guys some of you have been rocking and rolling with us for a while. So go on and press that subscribe and hit the like button, you know, go on and hang with your boys. Anywho, what's popping out there in the world?
Shit. Nothing but activity, drama, bullshit. Ain't nothing changed.
Yeah.
Some more of it.
Well, I tell you now, all my Californians like to get the swerve on, like to pull up, dip here, dip there. It's going to cost you now. It may cost you a lot, it may cost you a little, but it's going to cost you. And for those who not out here in California, yeah, we had $7. Some places $6, but I seen $7. I went today. I topped off $85, and my shit is barely just like, but you know, hey man, you know, you got to get to where you're gonna get, but you know, it's gonna cost you.
He talking about that 91. I'm on that 87.
That gas out here is high, man. You know, it's funny, man. A while ago, man, years back, KD from the Lynch Mob had a song called Ass, Gas, or Cash. No one rides for free. Hey, I guess we better take some of the people up on that offer, man. Shit. You know, yeah. Man, I've been around not that long, but long enough to know, you know, when we was, you know, doing our thing, skirting around, nigga, we could skirt around all day off of $2 a gallon. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that no more, man. Yeah, it's fucked up out here, man. But you know what, man? We just gonna keep on pressing. We've been through this before. Summertime is approaching. They know people gonna want to get to it. We fresh off a lockdown. You know, people gonna be pushing, man. And hey, you know, it is what it is and how it is. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be on the line. You're gonna be in the gas line. So let's do it.
Yeah, well, it's crazy how we live right here locally, where they take the crude oil and turn it to gas. Like I said, in our last two shows, dealing with Russia invades Ukraine, part 1, and USSR versus old USSR versus new USSR show that we just had prior to this one today, where the gas, we got homies and brothers and sisters we know, people we know working the oil refinery, they making it, they turning the oil into gas, and then they put it in the tank and then drive across the street and hit us with the, $5, $6, $7 a gallon overnight. Sometimes they ain't making it, they ain't let it do 12 hours before they put the thing.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Like, I took a nap and came back. I was like, what the heck? Damn, what
it's going up about a minute.
Man, what this man nodded out for a minute. Cause this morning I gassed up last night. Then came and nodded out in the office, then messed around, got up, bent some corners, looked at the thing. I'm like, damn, I know this gas went up. Yeah, man, it's different. But anyway, push past all that, man. How some activity across the world can change demographics in your life as well as our life. So fast, so easy. That's the change right there. Let's speak on that. Let's get down to now for the record. We on all these streaming platforms. While the audio listeners can hear us. Look at the bottom. You can see the bottom. All those at the bottom. And also we on all the streaming apps for podcast shows, for our visual. You can check us out there and see what we talking about and what we done in the past and what we working on now. So so far so easy. I'm going to get down to the get down. So what it is, and what it ain't is this. Let's talk about something about the sister playing the NBA. As part of the game, right? I don't know what the situation is, but we got some content. I don't know. We're just gonna look at the content. We're not gonna be so judgmental, but we're gonna, Brittany Green.
Yes, we are. I am.
Okay, well, this control. Run the footage. Let's go. Folks, we don't have the audio, but we're looking at what took place when they stopped her going through customs in the airport. Just the audio footage. Okay, so what it was this, that they found some vape cartridges or oil, marijuana oil, whatever terminology you want to use. So over there, it's illegal in that country. Or so that's what the situation is. Now, allegedly, how I got in there, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it could be somebody else could have put it in there. She could have had it in there, slipped up, forgot she had it in there. I don't know what the situation is. I do know this part of the matter is that prior in custody over in Russia. And right now, even though we are not at war, particularly the U.S. is, she's like she caught behind enemy lines and could be, collateral damage and POW, prisoner of war. Miss Brittany. So that stuff here in California is not illegal. That stuff that they caught her, they say that she had in her suitcase, and what we saw on the video footage, that is no longer illegal here in the state of California in the United States. But she didn't get caught out here. She got caught in another country that's invading another country on some war shit. So, hey, yeah, but I want to in depthly get on something, but I'm gonna let Junior tap on that, man. So that's what that is.
Well, I mean, for her being an athlete, being one of these gold medals, what I'm trying to say is I'm sure she's been, if not that country before she's been out of the country, she's been traveling, most of her career and maybe before her career. So she should know the ramifications of going through customs, not even just United States, in different countries. And we all know they don't play over there, So if, and I say if it was hers, knowingly and unknowingly, she should have just, you got to be careful when you're going through customs, especially places that are in turmoil. They just looking for anything and anybody to make an example out of, and go back to what happened to one of the Ball brothers when he was in China. I mean, these just being an American in different countries, we not really liked. I'm gonna just say it. So, and her being a sister, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be mindful of what you're doing when you're going through customs. If you got any fingernail file or knives or toenail clippers or anything, something like that, just you know what? I'm not taking no chances. And whoever she was traveling with, if they knew, they should have been up on her like, nah, we ain't finna do this. But like you said, we wasn't there. We don't know. But what we do know is in those countries, they don't mess around, man. So hopefully, she got some people over here that's behind her and trying to get her back home. And as the report said, her mental and physical being is still up to par. So that's a good thing. But wow, man, 10 years for yeah, man, that's not good, man.
Yeah, like I say,
Facing 10 years. She didn't get 10 years. She's facing 10 years. However, that can change depending on how the court system go. You know what I'm saying?
right. So, the United States, they have laws here that once upon a time that were giving people life sentences for what they have there. So, United States citizens, be aware before you start saying some stuff that don't make sense to what's going on, what goes on in the United States. Is United States laws, not Russia law. Denny, the government, and the president of Russia don't give a nothing about what you talking about. If
No.
man dropping bombs on stuff and blowing folks up and losing, killing people, hey, listen, we're gonna say a prayer to the sister and her family. I pray that she get out of
Yeah.
that mess. But if don't, stay down, sister, stay strong. May the force be with you because 9 years, 10 years, I hate to see her in custody at all, period. But
Yeah.
my states
Yeah.
have put people in prison for life sentences for that, especially here in LA County.
and
So,
and and Lord willing, she do come from under that. She can learn from it and just move on and push forward.
not just her, learn from all people who travel
Oh yeah.
abroad
Oh yeah.
and all athletes and entertainers and just common average average day citizens that travel. Be careful how you travel, man. Double check your stuff, man. Make sure your stuff is A1 before you go through them customs. You know what I mean? Take that moment, take them few minutes of rushing to just glance over and check your stuff over, man. Make sure you had nothing up in there that'll cause you to get caught up in customs and end up on a show like this or any other show or in custody, particularly in another country or for that in any state. So being on that said again, citizens of the United States understand California was giving people a life sentence under the three-strike law. Since we on that subject, they have a new one coming up. They're looking to
Oh
gather signatures for the new three-strike law. It's called the California Repeal Three Strike Law Initiative. They're trying to get signatures on it, and these are the people who are left behind. Choose One is one of the organizations that is helping this fight forward. Choose and the word choose and the word one.org. We're on Law Library, a segment of Law Library right now. So what it is this. The law, Prop 36 came in 2012, would let people out of prison who had license for non-violent, non-serious cases. And
right.
you're looking at one of the gentlemen right now, me and myself, who was released under that new law. And what the law contains with that, if you didn't have any prior sex offenses or have current sex offenses or arsons and any kind of crazy wild stuff that dealing with women, kids, and arson and treason and so on, so on, so on, getting caught with weapons of mass destruction. There was a bunch of criteria that you had to meet, and that will qualify you to be sent in front of the judge for the judge to resentence you. In my case, I just had I don't just have, but I had prior robberies with firearms. If you look at the Sat Beneath My Feet, the JJ Fomby story, I'll tell you that was my life doing robberies besides being an active gang member. So yeah, this is a Law Library on the Line podcast show with JJ Fomby Jr. And listen, go to all these streaming platforms, listen to us on audio, and also go to all these visual platforms we're on as well. Check us out, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share button. So I just want y'all to know that they are coming with a new 3-strike law. What happened was the people who didn't get out in 2014 and then got left behind, and they started changing laws to keep those trapped in. Laws that like changing like different laws that would not allow others to get out after the 3-strike law was passed. So this new one is to get the ones who got left behind that should have been home, that's in it for non-violent, non-serious cases and non-heinous cases in their past and present. So yeah, there's some people still left behind. Look at Mr. Fitzgerald on one of our episodes. Mr. Fitzgerald speaks about it, and one of the on the line podcast shows. I forgot what number the show is, but we'll put it up there again so people can see it and hear it. But I just want to make sure y'all let know to if you're outside in front of a Walmart, in front of a CVS, or you're some sporting venue, or some restaurants or fast food places or swap meets, or just at the gas station, somebody come walking up to you talking about, I'd like to get your signature, and they're official with the stuff on. They got the table set up, everything. They got lines of people. Use your signature, man, if you're a registered voter, man, to sign up to help these brothers and sisters who got left behind in a state prison that should be home with their family. And the cases are non-violent. Some of them are marijuana and some of them drug cases. So I just want y'all to know that. So check that out, Google it up, and we'll stay on it in the future episodes.
And for people who listening to what he just went over, we all have a friend, a family member, or somebody we know who should be home right now who's been gone for a while. This may fly over your head, and you might not grasp what's going on and don't understand the legalities of what's going on. But to break it all down, this will help a friend, family member, or a loved one come home from a non-violent crime. Now, if he done murdered 6 people and strong-armed and beat up people and all that old type of stuff, and just forget about it. But if it's weed or, you know what I'm saying, fraud or something like that, they have action. And what I mean by action, they have time to work on to get themselves home. They have action to getting home to their families, to their friends, to their loved ones who've been gone for a long time. Even if they haven't been gone for a long time, being away from your family in prison 2 days is a long time. So, like he said, if you see this floating around your stores, or some people may come to your business, your home, just hear them out. If they seem, legit, they got all the criteria. This can say, even if it's have nothing to do with your family. It's a lot of brothers and sisters who need to be home, who's been gone since the 90s, who's been gone since the early 2000s, who've been gone since the 80s. So, yeah, we need to get those people home. They served their time. They paid their debt to society. So, come on home.
Most definitely. Also, if you see online when they're talking about the 3-strike, repeal the 3-strike law in the state of California, 2022, they're not asking for no money. They're asking for your signature if you're a registered voter. So if you haven't been a registered voter, please go sign up and become a registered voter so your signature can matter and change people's lives. Look at me and myself, and there's other brothers and sisters who came home from life sentences that were struck out on the California 3-strike law and are out here doing well for themselves with their families, has had some kids, they're hang with their grandkids, get to be with some of their loved ones, their mothers, their fathers, their brothers and cousins and sisters, man, and change their life differently, man, and walk a different path. So we want to leave that on the table, man. We're not going to talk about no goofball ass stuff. We're talking about some real G stuff right here. Getting brothers and sisters that, life has changed after 20 or 15 years or 30 years incarcerated on the yard, and they're coming home, man. The world has changed dramatically just for us in the last 24 months for those who've been here for the last several years. So you can imagine that's been in the time warp and cesspool and Reese out here in these streets, and you got all this going on, just everything that goes on in your local community. You know what I mean? So,
and if we have anybody who's locked down right now, who's listening to us, who just hearing about this, we fighting for you, man. We pushing that line for you to get you home, man. But you got to do your part too. You got to get up in that law library do your part from in there, and we gonna do our part from out here to push this push for you guys, man. And when you get home, man, you know what I'm saying. You know what to do. You know what to do.
Run your program, man. Get out here, get you a job, create your family, get with your family members that you do love, that wants to love you, and man, enjoy life and what you have left on this earth, man. Because guarantee, man, a lot of brothers and sisters have been locked up in them stoops, man, for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years and come home, man. Man, it's a blessing. Because to know you done watch a lot
Yeah,
of brothers and sisters die while incarcerated and you was unable to help any one of them. You just sitting up in there trapped in, which you tied up like a victim, can't help nobody, can't help yourself. So we have to change that mindset, brothers and sisters, that we can no longer imprison ourselves psychologically and physically for unnecessary reasons.
yeah, you ain't lying, man. And then when you know you getting that date and coming home, uh, all this beef and revenge thoughts, just go on and bury that, man, and charge it to the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Charge it to the game. Whoever owe you money, whoever did you wrong, whoever even snitched on you, man, just hey, you know what, man? I'm just gonna say it, bro. Just bury it, man. Move on. Turn the next chapter in your page and the page in your book, and just start from scratch, man. Never mind that, man. Just all debts are paid. You done served your time. Just let all that beef and revenge, and I'm gonna get this dude when I get out. He owe me money. He owe me this. Forget about it, bro. Just it ain't worth it, man. It is not worth it.
Yeah, at the same time, I want y'all to know this. A pair of lips to say anything I tell y'all all the time. Shout out to my homeboy Big Duck. That was his saying when he was on the yard. So we not no saints up here talking to y'all. We not no squares and live a square life. We didn't have our share of things we done in our past, pressing our lines from where we was claiming when we was active, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we're coming from a different demographic view than the average square citizen resident that's viewing this and listening to it. We're speaking specifically to criminals. Yeah, because we were ex-cons. We was criminals. So we're speaking to the criminal element. It's sad to say this, bro, but right now, we short on our people, man. That's all I'm going to leave it at, man. If you really look at our people, man, we short, especially on this West Coast. We too much, as a collective group, we're too much entangled in some madness among ourselves. And I'm going to leave it there for that. Now, that could be family and not family. We need to structure ourselves a little bit more better and get our loved ones in-house first, and then work out internally from that point. That's all I want to say about that. And I'm talking about, like, again, we're talking about family. It could be your in-house family. You dig where I'm coming from? So it's a lot of stuff going on out here in these streets, man, and don't allow it to swallow you up. And we don't want to come to you like we on some, we just talking some G shit right now. Man to man, that's what
Yeah.
we're talking about. For sure,
And if
no
if
doubt.
if if if, if you was those who are listening, and if you was in front of our face, sitting right next to us, we'll still push that line on you like we're doing right now via satellite, via wherever we are. But if you was here face to face, we'll tell you the same thing, man. Time to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Time to get it right, because it's all a numbers game, bro. It's all a numbers game, and when your numbers called, that's it. It's like rolling the dice. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the name of this show. The show's called On the Line, and it's a roulette table. If you look at that, there's a meaning behind that. Life is on the line all the time. It's a gamble. You need to be aware of that. But like I say, do what you do. But like again, there ain't no resets, ain't no restart, ain't no do-overs when the Green Reapers show up. So right now, do the best you can to enjoy yourself with your family and your loved ones, brothers and sisters. Do that. Man, it's time for that. So look at the wars that's going on, the conflicts, the element of the virus. There's a lot of stuff going on around here, and
It's a lot of man.
whew,
Hey,
it's heavy
hey,
on.
hey!
It's heavy.
You ever heard that song? You ever heard that song? By the Temptations, "Ball of Confusion." Hey, that's relevant right now, and that song was made about 30, 40 years ago.
So for sure, that's what it was. That content of them lyrics still apply today in 2022
Yes,
in March.
yes,
For real, not for play.
yes.
Understand me? Shout out,
Yeah.
hey, shout out to all the soldiers that's out there lining up to go down there and get with NATO, man, and try to help that situation over there. Boy, I'll tell you, it's looking ugly over there, man. So these are casualties of war. Uh, got to be understanding people be rude about getting cracking and doing this and doing that. Man, listen, if you ain't got to be in war, don't go to war, especially if you go to war when you ain't ready. And we over there doing a lot of chit chatting and yig-yakking. Better hope the United States is really ready for a war if we hit our home front. Check that out.
Hey, Fomby,
Understand that.
Fomby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take. I know you don't want to revisit this, but I'm gonna take you back to the yard. There's a saying on the yard when you get these people who chit chat and say they're about the business, but what they tell you is it's easy to be a soldier when it ain't no war.
Oh, speak on it. Speak on it. Woo-wee.
You know what I'm saying?
And look,
So, you know,
I don't even want to say nothing else. It's all the way live what he said right there.
I'm telling you, man, it's easy to be a soldier when it ain't no war. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I want to say something. I don't know if I said it in the last show, man. As I was looking at the Russia invasion of Ukraine, a couple things I saw, and I'm gonna go to this one. It was the older lady with, like I said, she had that assault weapon, right? And she told them, Russian soldier, she told them she was from Ukraine, older lady, like 80 or 70 years old with an assault weapon. She threw some policies, telling you put them in your pocket. So when they find you, it'll be a sunflower tree. I said, woof. Well, that was
Yeah, they grimy over there, man. They real about they press. Hey, we on the line, but they on the line. Yeah, they press the line hard over there, man. It's crazy as how we grew up through all the gang violence, all the whatever. But we have never been in a situation where our country or our neighborhood has been in some turmoil where it just split families up and they don't meet to 20, 30 years later and they say, well, they took my mom or they took my dad or my brother during the war. I just met them 40 years later. That's some cold shit, huh?
Yeah, we got two things. I think we had Pearl Harbor, where that happened. Similarities, not like that, but similar when the kamikaze bombed Pearl Harbor in the U.S. And I think there was the Greenboroughs, Oklahoma, on Black Wall Street when they bombed it, or the incendiary bombs. That was two things I know that happened in the United States where we're bombed, but not. It's not exactly like what you said, but I'm just looking at the similarities of that. And you're right. We haven't had besides slavery. Okay, we had slavery, but we haven't had in this modern time like we live now. Somebody just coming over here bombing and run up on the shores and getting popping with us. So there's a World War One, and the other thing was a World War Two. But yeah, now modern times, now we ain't had that happen, bro. We usually bring the funk to everybody else.
That's crazy shit, man.
Yeah, man. That's and I think in Somalia they had the situation in Somalia, but it wasn't us. You know what I mean? Coming in the U.S. doing that. I'm looking at it if somebody did us like that. We had the 9/11 situation with the planes. I don't know. We don't want to get off into that, but they say it was this and this and this, but that was close enough to say, woo, they ran up on us, dog. That was a close call right there. And that was to me, as I'm looking at it, that was like a disrespect. Like in the forms of street talk, that was a disrespect to the set when you let them hit the Pentagon like that. Come on, dog. That's the brain of the operation in the United States. The biggest Megatron country in the world get hit in the brain like that, bro. That was disrespect.
Yeah, man.
So So I'm just looking at it.
It was messed up.
Yeah, it is. It is. So you got to understand. Don't be pom cheering with somebody else over there got something going on, because that same thing that go on with them can mess around happen us. We're really gonna say was Ghetto Boys. They got a group called the song. I think the album called The Foundation. The Ghetto Boy.
Yeah. That was what when Willie D came back.
Yeah, what did he say? When they get gangster, what you go running out?
Yeah.
When you get gangster.
And that's still relevant to today. So my question to you, moving forward in life, moving forward as a people, as a human race, what's next for us? Not individually, but collectively. I mean, we all going through something all across the United States. You know what I'm saying? Whether we, fussing over the gas, food, everybody's going through the same thing, man. So what will be your advice? You've been around, and you had some situations, 80s, 90s or whatever. What is your advice to people? Just hold on, ride the wave. Because some people crack. Some people crack, man. So what would be your advice?
Honestly, this is what I would say to them. Walk slow, drink a lot of water. And one thing on top, stay prayed up. That's what you do. Keep God in your life, man.
Yeah.
Everything, I'm going to be honest with you, everything ain't always going to be all right. It's not. I was like, man, that we say just, it's a psychological to get you up to where you get your confidence. They said, when you're scared and you stand through the scaredness, it's called courage. So they had to build your courage. Your fear turns into courage. You turn your fear into courage. And you stand through adversity on your 10 toes and chin up, chest out, man. You deal with them. And it's not just me saying stuff. I'm not going to go into all of my personal stuff. But those who know me know I've been through some things. I had to put myself through some things and been through some things. And like I say, either you in the storm or you're out the storm or you're about to be in the storm. So we all got to go through this walk. And one thing I learned in these last 6, 7, 8 months, we all just passing through this place. Remember that. If you psychologically can't understand what I just said to you, you stagnated. That's it. I got to say it. You stagnated. And you need help to open out the eyes. Turn around, look at your loved ones. Look at your wife. Look at your girlfriend.
You can't wrap your engine in neutral. That ain't going to work.
No, most definitely, man. Look, we ain't going to turn into no gospel sermon because these squares don't understand nothing. They worry about this, about that.
I'm spreading the love, man. I'm spreading the love to the viewers and the listeners, man. Sending out positive energy, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Positive energy goes a long way, man. I'm just paying it forward, sending out the energy to all our viewers and listeners. Some people love us, some people hate us, don't like us, but whatever the case, man, we still pushing.
All right, look, man, I got time for all that. Let's get up out of here, man. I got you all that. You didn't turn into lovey dudes and stuff all of a sudden now.
I did, man. I did. Loving life, man.
You on some Jesus Christ up in here today, man. Just like
I'm loving life. The Lord blessed me today to go buy me some new jeans. So I'm cool, man. I didn't went up in there and they had my size and the color I wanted, so I can't complain, man. Complaining ain't gonna help.
Listen, this is Deacon Junior speaking right here from Compton,
That's
California.
Right.
So
yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell y'all this: stay prayed up, 10 toes down, man, and Artist Shield.
Every day I wait for like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, speaking peace on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family, freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day on the line. Every day on the line. Every day on the line.